Hello everyone, in this video we are going to be taking a look at what is inside a Pokemon TCG pre-release kit and just a little guide on what you should be thinking of taking with you if you've never been to one before. Now here you see a Pokemon Sun and Moon Ultra Prism box. Now pre-releases, even if you're not going to an Ultra Prism one and you're watching this afterwards, it's fine. A lot of this will still be, what's the word? What am I looking for? Still be relevant. There we go. Still be relevant to you. Now, when you register, you go in, you make yourself known, you get one of these cool little boxes, pre-release written on them. So let's open the plastic. It's really thick plastic. I should have done this before I started. Sorry for the jump cut there. That was really quite thick plastic to get off the box. But when you've tackled your way through this is what you're left with. You take the outer sleeve off, put it to one side, and open your box. And inside you will have, let's look first of all at, no, actually we won't. You have your deck, well, not your deck, but a promo card. It's usually one of 4, and some evolution cards. We'll look at that in a minute. And four booster packs of that pre-release set. Now, what you should do is take these out of the packet. Now, obviously, you will now get a code card as well, so you can unlock your promo on Pokemon Trading Card Game online. Sorry for the rustling. And so this is the Wash Rotom promo for this set. They are black numbered promos, so these are very collectible because these pre-release promos have usually sometimes a different holo pattern, or they make a card that's not holo at all. I don't think Wash Rotom is holo in the set with the set logo on it. I'm going to go ahead and put mine in a sleeve. I recommend taking just some penny sleeves along with you, just to, if you're a collector, protect those special cards. I'll go back through in the end what I think you should probably take. And here is your cards that you can build a deck from. There's usually a couple evolution lines. So we've got a Empoleon, Prinplup, Piplup, and some trainer cards as well. Shaman, Garchomp, Giba, and a Riolu, and a Cynthia, Netball, and a Spiritomb. I wasn't expecting to see that in there. They're usually, they're usually all the same, usually 2 and a colourless, and yeah, so it's easy. So what you should go ahead and do is separate your types. This should make it easier to build a deck. You don't have to use all of these, it's not super important. That's a bit, there's 2 colourless attacks on that. It does kind of make sense. Let's go ahead and read this leaflet. This is nice, easy pre-release tips if you've never been to one before. So in the box, you get a 22 card evolution pack, 1 exclusive foil promo card, and 4 packs from Sun and Moon Ultra Prism. You'll use these cards along with basic energy provided by the tournament organizer to build a 40 card deck. Now, along to the side here, I have a big stack of energies. Now, you can, if you're new especially, ask the tournament organizer for cards. They are provided by the Pokemon Company. That shouldn't be a problem at all. And of course, after the tournament, ask if you're allowed to keep them. They'll probably say it's fine, but it's only fair. Or if you're a long-term collector, you've probably got a massive stack of their energy cards anyway. So I decided to take my own, but they are provided. The 22 card evolution pack is a starting point to build your deck. It contains Pokemon of a few different energy types along with some of their evolutions. A handful of trainer cards are included as well, so you can use as many of these cards as you like when building your deck. So right there we've got 22 cards. That's nice and simple. Open your 4 booster packs and see what you get. You can find a Pokemon GX or other powerful, I can't read today, other powerful cards to add to your deck. Just remember that some Pokemon GX are evolution Pokemon, so you need their earliest stages to put them into play. So it's a really helpful leaflet. I'm not going to read it all out. They do suggest having about 15 to 20 energies in the deck. That's usually a little heavy for more advanced decks, but this is a pre-release deck. You only have 40 cards. Difference is in a pre-release tournament, the normal limit of 4 cards with the same name doesn't apply. For example, you can have 5 copies of Shaymin and you can use all of them. And also this explains a bit about the Lost Zone as well, which is new to this expansion. Well, not new, but it returns to this expansion, so to speak. Now the exciting bit, we can open up our Ultra Prism packs and then hopefully we'll get something good. I'm not going to do the pack trick on these because this is just a little beginner's guide. So we've got Bronzor, Gibble, Roselia, Chimchar, Scorpy, Krogunk, Bastiodon, Your Energy, Purgly, Floatzel, and Missing Clover. So what I would do in this point, as you're opening up, just a tip, don't have to do this, but it speeds things up, sort them into energy piles. That way, when you are building your deck, you can see very quickly, you know, what you have and what you don't have. Oh, I didn't realize that was a holo. That's pretty cool. Energy, a colorless, I don't have a colorless pile, and it just speeds things up. You usually have about 20 minutes to build a deck. That could vary depending on attendance and other factors, but from my experience it's usually around 20 minutes to build a deck. 40 card deck and and 3 prize cards, I believe. 3 or 4 prize cards, I think it's 3. I'm making a mess of this. Where's my prize card? There it is. Not doing the trick. So we've got Murkrow, Stuff of Darkness, and so on. And hopefully you're beginning to see some evolution lines that you have and could be useful for making a deck. Some nice unit energy, Cosmom, and Looker. Now hopefully we want to get a GX card in here. That would be kind of nice to show off. And all of these cards are usable. You cannot trade. The whole point of pre-releases is, well, I'm sure no one's going to be looking, but you can't trade your cards. You have to use what you get. That is the first electric energy Pokemon we've got. Lone Sandshrew, Lone Vulpix with that adorable artwork. And you just go through your packs. Hopefully you pull something good. We have the Tapu Lele, Energy, a Power Pad, a Skunk Tank, and Gardenia. So we do have a few evolution lines building. We're on to the last pack. I would try and stick, if you can, if you're a beginner, try and stick with the energy types given in your pre-release kit. Just put that away. Bronzor, Dupeter, Piplup, Scorpy, Skunky, Oranguru, Morotom, Energy, Manaphy, Cynthia, and Grottle. Now, in this position, I would see what I've got, see the evolution lines. Now, I got the Gibble, Garchomp, and Gabite. That I'd probably stick with using. Dragon Energies, now, for beginners, there is no Dragon Energy. You should look at your Dragon cards and see what energies they use. So this one would need a lot of fighting energy. So in a fighting So we got fighting and water, didn't we? Because we got the Empoleon line. So I would suggest popping about 7, 8 water, 7, 8 fighting into your deck and see what happens. Now these are pre-release decks. They're not serious. It's super friendly and laid back. So don't stress too much. Everyone is on the same playing field. You might get great cards in your booster packs. You may not. I didn't really. Some people would play their GXs they just pulled. It's completely allowed. So you have 20 minutes to make a 40 card deck. And if you get stuck, don't worry. People around will help. The tournament organizer will help you out as well. Usually at the end of the tournament, you then get a couple more booster packs as participation. Maybe some more if you have placed well. So that is pretty much it for what you get in your pre-release kit. Now what I would recommend you bring with you, now I did already mention energy cards, they are provided, but if you buy a lot of booster packs, you've probably already got a good stack already, so I'd bring quite a few of them around. Personally, I like playing with my cards in sleeves. I've already pre-counted out 40 because I usually get my numbers wrong, but bring along a ton of sleeves for your deck and even to sleeve up those really rare cards that you may pull. That's if, you know, condition matters to you. Also, you should bring along some dice and your damage counters. I do have a poison one there as well. Die and damage counters, very, very useful. You can ask to borrow your opponent's, but I usually like to bring my own. Opaque dice for the head and tail flip is usually preferred to prove that the die are not weighed. So definitely bring those along if you have them. I'm sure if you forget, most hobby shops will probably sell them as well. And on that point, food and drink. These tournaments could go on for a while, so you may want to bring some food and drink along because it's very important to stay hydrated. You know, some hobby shops do sell their own food and drink, and of course keep food and drink away from the play area and just generally be respectful to those around you. And that said, I think that's everything. Any other questions about pre-release kits, let me know in the comments down below and I'll try my best to answer them. And I'll put any other relevant information down in the description box down below, as well as where you can find local events. And yeah, hope you found this really useful. Let me know how you get on in your next pre-release. I'll see you guys next time.